Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, something that I don't think that I've shown off on this channel before, and that is my BTS OT7 collection. And you know, what better time than in celebration of Festa, the 10-year anniversary. So yeah, I have a couple different binders for this. The first one that we're going to go through is my group binder. So that's basically anything that I collect that is a full OT7 group photo or inclusion, etc. And you'll see in some of my other ones, they're more like the individual member inclusions, but anything that I've decided to keep together as more of like an OT7 type setup. So yeah, something that you'll see in this that I do a little bit differently than my Hobi binders in terms of organization. I just do this one or these binders completely chronologically, or at least, you know, the best I can, the best to my knowledge, whatever makes sense to me organization wise, but it's chronological as opposed to categorical, I guess you could say, which is what more of like my Hobi binder is. But yeah, so first we're going to go through the group binder. And yeah, I mean, I actually have been collecting all of this stuff for a while. I don't know why I've never really done a flip through of it. But yeah, the time just felt right now. And you know, coming up we have the new OT7 song release, Take Two. So I'm very much so looking forward to that. Yeah, some of this stuff, like I think this came a lot later, but it was just a random little thing that I got at some point that there was an empty spot there and it didn't really fit well anywhere else. So some little things like that might be kind of out of order, but again, for the most part, I do like to try to keep it pretty chronological. And I try to get as much as I can. I am pretty completionist in general, but I mean, for this kind of stuff, I'm not as bad as I might be for my Hobi collection, right? But I mean, any tour, muster, obviously album type stuff. Um, yeah, I do try to get it when I can. And then we kind of have a split here, which I did kind of pull the memories inclusions out and kind of put them into their own little category. I'm not sure if I want to keep it like that. It makes sense to me. It made sense to me at the time. It still kind of does, but I'm not sure. I think it's more of just like an inclusion or an organization type thing. And then behind this divider is just kind of more of like the smaller 8 pocket and 9 pocket inclusions. because those are just harder in general to organize, chronologically, when there might be only like one thing per release type. So those I did kind of also tend to group together. But again, the organization for these isn't as satisfying to me. And then some of the old Christmas and then New Year's cards, although as you can see, I did kind of have some of the newer ones incorporated into the chronological style. Again, I'm not sure if I want to keep it that way, but that's just kind of how it was, and I did not change it. So yeah, that is my OT7 group binder. Okay, the next binder is my OT7 / sometimes including, but also sometimes minus Hobi individual member inclusions. So in general, these are things that maybe came as an OT7 set with something. And I mean, as most of you watching probably know, I keep all my Hobi stuff, all my Hobi collection separate. So a lot of times when I get something, I'll take what I get from like an OT7 inclusion and put it in that binder for him and put everyone else's into this binder. But as you can see, I do have a lot of Hobi things in here still. That just means I have a dupe of it that's also in my Hobi binder, which a lot of times just, buying sets, things like that, I'll just get extra Hobi things. So instead of getting rid of it or reselling it, I just put it in here. So I think, yeah, mostly everything so far has had a Hobi. This might be one of the first things that doesn't. And I'm not that particular really about most of the bigger inclusions not having him with the rest of the members in here, but that's just because like for these mini PC size things, to me, they fit very nicely in these 6 pocket pages. Or like bigger inclusions generally is also not an issue. But for the smaller things, the 9 pocket, I do generally prefer to have him included with the other members because I don't really like how 6 members or like 6 PCs look on a 9 pocket page. But again, generally I'll only have it if I got it somewhere else. I'm not normally going out of my way to buy it. And then these, although they do fit pretty nicely in these 6 pocket vertical, I don't know if it's just me. I think some other people have this issue every now and then, but not always. But these things won't fit in this top right pocket, which is kind of annoying because it throws off, like I don't like how this looks at all. But I mean, I could maybe move him over. I don't know. But yeah, I don't like how it looks at all, but maybe it was just the batch I got. They won't fit in that top right pocket, unfortunately. Again, pretty much chronological organization for this binder as well. And yeah, that is my OT7 individual member inclusion binder. All right, and last but not least, I'm going to be going through my OT7 album inclusion binder. And I do have the group album PCs in here. I did have them in my group binder originally, but I was just starting to run out of room and I didn't really feel like splitting that binder specifically or making it even bigger. So I just moved the group album related stuff into here. I do have the broadcast cards from her through Map of the Soul 7. And for the albums, I do always have OT7 including Hobi in here, except for this her vinyl. I put my Hobi one in my Hobi binder. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to try to pick up another one for that, but I do double collect Hobi always for album things. And I am complete with Persona, Map of the Soul 7. I am still missing quite a few cards, but anything that's in purple here is on the way. So I did make some good progress on that recently. B, I have split up kind of differently. As you can see, I kept the kind of the couch PCs on either side of the member selfie PC, and I have the POBs always behind the regular album cards. And my rule for OT7 albums is I will collect all album photo cards, all pre-order benefits, to include, as you can see, I do have the Japanese POB set for Butter. I'm not too strict on myself for larger inclusions, but like these folding cards for Butter were very easy to collect. So I did those, but I didn't do the film strip pre-order benefits. So kind of Photocard pre-order benefits I will do. Anything larger, not a hard rule. And I don't do OT7 lucky draws. Yeah, I am still missing a few larger inclusions for proof as well. And I also don't think I'm going to be collecting Hobi for these collector's edition things. Again, unless I just pick it up in something else. But you can see I haven't yet, so maybe someday, but I'm not too strict on it. And then beyond proof, I did put some of the tour muster type cards in the back here. Yeah, so for this Bangbangkan, as you can see, I just collected this one OT7 set for the message cards. And then Suwuju, I did actually do OT7, full sets for these. They were just pretty easy to collect. I did the same for Permission to Dance as well, but I think I am still missing one RM and one Jimin card. Oh, Hobi, I do have a few missing in here, but again, I just haven't been too motivated to go out of my way to pick those up because I have his full set already in my other binder. And then the units, Dalmajong and PTD, the soul cards. Yeah, and that is it. That's everything. That is my whole BTS more OT7 type collection. So I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all have a great festa. I don't know when I'm going to be posting this, but it's probably going to be in the midst of festa. So I hope everyone has enjoyed. I hope everyone is giving lots of love and streaming the new OT7 release, Take 2. I am so much looking forward to that. And yeah, bye-bye.